Okay, boys and girls, order of operations. This week and the next few weeks, we're going to be learning about order of operations. Order of operations are important so that we all get to the same answer. Order of operations are problems like these when we have a bunch of different signs in a problem. For example, earlier today, I gave the students a problem like this, and I asked them to solve it. And when I did that, and this was before they had knowledge of order of operations, and I asked them to solve it, and when they did, we had a bunch of different answers, like 4 different answers the students came up with. And that's understandable because they didn't know the order of operations. Once I taught them the order of operations, we were able to come to the same answer. So the order of operations are 4 steps. When you want to remember the order of operations, you can remember the acronym PEMDAS. When I was a kid, I used to think that there were 6 steps because there are 6 letters, PEMDAS, but there are actually 4 steps. P for parentheses, that's the first step. So if you have parentheses, you need to do that first in the problem. E is for exponents. So that would be the second step in a problem. The third step would be multiply and divide from left to right. So if you have multiply and divide, in a problem, you would do whichever is on the left. So if there's a division sign on the left side, you would actually divide first. The fourth step is add and subtract. So if you have add and subtract, you would do that fourth, and you might actually subtract first if that is on the left side. So again, the order of operations, the steps that you would take would be, the first step is if you have parentheses, do whatever's on the inside of the parentheses first, okay? Then if you have exponents, you would do that second. Here's an example of exponents. It's when you have a power, a little number at the top. The third step is multiply and divide from left to right. So you might actually divide and then multiply depending on what's on the left. And then your fourth step is to add and subtract. So you might actually subtract and then add depending on what's on the left. So let's give this problem a try. So looking at this problem, step 1 is, are there parentheses? No. So let's look at exponents. We're actually not going to look at exponents at all today. We'll worry about that in a couple of weeks. So step 2, exponents, there are no exponents. Step 3, is there multiply or divide? Yes, there is multiply and divide. But which one are we going to do? We are going to divide first because it's on the left. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Then bring down the rest of your problem. Okay, are we done multiplying and dividing? No. Multiply. Bring down the rest of your problem. Are we done multiplying and dividing? Yes. So move on to step 4, which is add, subtract. All we have left to do is add. 8 plus 3 is 11. So our final answer is 11. Okay, let's try another problem. Okay, so remember the steps. Step 1 is parentheses. Are there parentheses? Yes. There is 10 divided by 2 inside the parentheses. So we'll do the parentheses first. Bring down the rest of the problem. Are there any more parentheses? No. Step 2, are there exponents? No. Step 3, is there multiply or divide? Yes, there's a multiplication problem right here. 3 times 5 is 15. Bring down the rest of your problem. Are there any multiply or divide? No. How about add, subtract? Yes. 15 minus 2 is 13. So your final answer is 13. Okay. All right, let's try another problem. All right, another problem. Do you have parentheses? Yes. But, ooh, here's something new. I have parentheses, but I have more than one sign inside the parentheses. I have a subtraction sign and a division sign. Which one should I do first? Well, I should divide first because divide is a step before subtraction. So divide is what I should do first. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. Bring down the rest of the problem. And I'm also going to bring down the parentheses because I did not get rid of everything inside of the parentheses. So since I'm not done with the parentheses yet, I still need to do the parentheses. So 5 minus 3 is 2. Bring down the rest of the problem. Are there any more parentheses? No. So next step, exponents. There's no exponents. So go to step 3. Is there multiply or divide? No. Step 4, add, subtract. Yes. In fact, all there was left to do was add. So your answer is 4. Okay. And the last problem I'm going to do in the video with you today is this problem right here. This problem is also very interesting because it has more than one set of parentheses. So step 1 is when you have parentheses, you need to do the parentheses first. When you have more than one set of parentheses, you need to do the innermost parentheses first. You need to do the parentheses that are on the inside first. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Bring down the rest of the problem. Okay. I got rid of these parentheses, but I did not get rid of these parentheses. These parentheses are called brackets. So bring down the brackets. Okay. So we got rid of one set of parentheses, but we need to do the other set. 10 take away 7 is 3. Bring down the rest of the problem. Okay, now we're completely done with the parentheses. Step 2 is to do exponents. There's no exponents. Step 3, multiply or divide. Yes, we have multiply, which is 9. Our final answer is 9, and we don't even need to add or subtract. Okay, so our steps are, when we have problems that have multiple operations in them, our steps are to do parentheses first, if we have them, then do exponents, if we have them, then multiply and divide from left to right, if we have them, then add and subtract from left to right, if we have them. Okay, I hope that helps, and we will be practicing this more in class over the next couple of weeks. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me when you see me in class.